action slugfest. That jab doesn't score. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. The audience absolutely right on top of you in this very special environment here.
This is that place you want to say, I fought there, I've been there, and now we are here.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. They better start respecting each other's punching power. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
To beat a counter puncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. From this one, well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Can't score with that jab. Catch and shoot. With the hook. Which fighter will say no mas? And counter punching. This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Counter puncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter-puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
The straight right just misses. Exchange punches. Tried to score with a jab. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. On to the third. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. fourth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
The jab not finding its target. There's a counter shot. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, we're entering Here we go to the fourth round. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That counter shot lands. Here we go with these two lightning-quick lightweights.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Back and forth they go. Punch, counter punch. Beautiful counter punch. You'd like to see more jabs. Good defense there to stop that hook. Well done with that counter shot. Nice counter shot. And he scores with the counter. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Crawford in that lap. Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. They both want the knockout. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Nice counter. Perfect counter lands. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. Just misses with that uppercut. Nice counter shot. Every time, very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford. Let's start the 6. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until the senses have come back.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. That counter punch caught him clean. It's not always about who hits harder. In this division, ring IQ can go a long way.
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he pulls you down.
Whoa, hold on a second, Johnny. Crawford's legs are all over the place. Disaster averted, it seems. We continue on.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense. Blocking and stopping and shooting.
This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Straight right just misses. Those counter punches have to hurt. How about that time counter shot? Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. He is down big time. There's the bell to start round 7. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
A perfect counter shot. This is a high-octane battle. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Good counter punch. Beautiful counter shot. Nice counter punch. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Punch, counter punch. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. A swing and a miss with that jab. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Crawford. Round 8, and we're off again. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on. He blocks the hook.
every time they drop their guard, they get caught. In this division, both fighters will constantly be on their toes trying to punch and counterpunch.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
A perfect counter lands. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Nice counter. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. And he scores with the counter. Another scoring shot there. They miss with the jab. Very close round with 10 seconds to go.